Physical paint in Media Molecule's PlayStation 4 game Dreams is a tool which offers more than the typical sculpted object. Sculpted objects are rigid and can't bend under most circumstances. Physical paint, on the other hand, can bend, twist, stretch, and squish. So now, can we bring the complex shapes of sculpts into the more bendy realm of physical paint? Here, I have a starting setup for a cape. The red frame handles collisions and movement. And the cloth sculpt is what we want to attach to it. Since the 2.44 update to Dreams, we've had a tool called Convert to Paint. Selecting the cape sculpt, this new option appears. I'm going to press it and turn the sculpt into a painting. The sculpt is now a painting, but it's got a bunch of gaps in it. I'm going to tweak the flex settings until the gaps disappear. That should do it. Now, I'm going to move the cape over to the red frame and set up its physical paint settings. In an ideal world, this would be enough, but unfortunately, this isn't exactly what we want. We're getting tearing along a weird seam, and whole portions of the cloth seem to be rigid. Physical paintings listen to the oldest paint stroke within them to dictate how the bendiness should look. Unfortunately, Convert to Paint doesn't have an oldest paint stroke. All the paint strokes were made at once during the conversion. And so, not having an oldest paint stroke completely breaks the physical painting. Let's undo all of these edits. With the cape painting to the side of the red frame, I'm going to enter the painting and paint a barely visible stroke between the extremes of the frame. The paint stroke will soon be the oldest in the painting, but since its bendiness won't match the paint strokes around it, it's best to paint it barely visible. So, how do we make this the oldest paint stroke in the painting? Just copy, move, and delete all the strokes from the cape painting, like this. This can be a fairly tedious process, but the results are worth it. Once all of the cape's paint strokes are copied over, that handmade paint stroke I made earlier has now become the oldest in the painting. For future, make sure not to delete it. Now, I just need to set up the physical painting settings again. And that should be it. Fingers crossed. Sure enough, the cape bends, stretches, and squishes just like we want it to. The applications for Bendy Sculpts reach beyond cloth. They include tubes, wires, facial animation, rubber hose limbs on cartoon characters, and more. Go ahead and give this technique a try, and add Bendy Sculpts to your own creations. Thanks for watching.